Welcome to Borealis Descent Devlog Episode 1. I am Sabdiel Mendoza, a solo developer from Mexico based in Sydney, Australia. Borealis Descent is a horror survival extraction third-person shooter inspired by games like Dead Space, Dark Souls, and Escape from Tarkov. Placed in a post-apocalyptic solarpunk world where a mysterious organism has contaminated the planet's atmosphere, you will take care of a community of survivors as you gather resources and explore the ruins of civilization, facing dangerous mutants and otherworldly creatures. After working for a few years as a graphic designer, while polishing my skills as a 3D artist in my free time, I decided to pursue my passion for game development, traveling to another country to do a master's degree in video game design and production. After finishing studying, I decided to pursue a diploma to improve my leadership and team management skills, while I continued learning how to code with Blueprint in Unreal Engine. During the pandemic, I finally got the courage to start designing a game that I would love to immerse myself in for hours, and after finishing the first draft of a game design document, I finally got the determination to start working on a prototype. One of the main mechanics of the game will be taking care of a community of survivors as you gather resources and explore the ruins of the world. Each survival will grant your main character a different bonus effect. For example, if a survivor has a bonus that increases damage by 10%, your main character will immediately gain this bonus effect. However, when a survivor dies, you will permanently lose the associated bonus effect. Your primary objective is to ensure the survival of your community of survivors for as many cycles as possible. Each cycle consists of 7 turns. Whenever you are extracted from a match, your current cycle will advance by 1 turn, consuming resources like food and water, and updating the statistics of your survivors. Upon successfully surviving a cycle, you will receive character upgrades, weapon modifications, cosmetics, and more. These rewards will remain in your inventory when you die during a match. However, if all the members of your community perish, you will permanently lose your main character and all its rewards, requiring you to create a new one to continue playing. To survive in the world of Borealis Descent, you will need special equipment. The enemy detection system is a vital tool for navigating your surroundings effectively. It enables you to detect enemies only within its detection radius, indicated by a yellow circle around you. The solar receptor is a device that enables you to harness solar energy when positioned directly under the sunlight, effectively replenishing your ammunition. The exolungs are machines designed to purify the toxic air surrounding you, replenishing your oxygen supply. The grapple tool grants you the ability to access otherwise unreachable areas of the map. The weather will not be just a visual atmospheric element. It would greatly impact the player's exploration and combat experience. Cloudy weather will impact the efficiency of the solar receptor, slowing down the regeneration of the weapons. Rainy weather will disable the enemy's shield, slowing them down proportionally to the intensity of the rain. Misty weather will impact the efficiency of the exolungs, reducing its capacity to refill its oxygen tank proportionally to the intensity of the mist. Dust storms will impact the efficiency of the enemy detector, reducing its range of detection. Dark zones are the most challenging areas in the game world. Depending on the area's difficulty, your fear levels will be locked, preventing any further reduction beyond that point, greatly impacting your combat experience. While exploring the world, you will be able to find the resources that your community needs to survive stored in crates. Different types of crates will be added in the future. Effectively managing your fear levels is crucial when facing combat situations. As your fear levels rise, your accuracy will suffer, but your sprint speed will improve. There are different ways to control your fear levels. You can find a safe spot and let them naturally decrease over time. You can crouch to decrease your fear levels faster, or you can use your focus ability. Focus works similar to the active reload system found in Gears of War games. Some of the enemies in Borealis Descent will be invisible outside your detection area. Each time an enemy enters this area, your fear levels will experience a minor increment. There are different types of enemies. One of them is a flying enemy that can significantly amplify your fear when it latches onto you. Moreover, your enemies can determine your location by listening to your heart rate when your character is fearful. In Borealis Descent, you will have different types of ammunition. When using solar ammunition, you must be under direct sunlight to fully recharge your weapons. An energy station will maintain your weapons charged with solar ammunition if you are in a shaded area or exploring the world at night. Oxygen ammunition is more effective under the rain, dealing special damage upon your enemies. You will have a flying drone with different abilities that will help you survive the world. It has a lock-on ability with different functionalities. Scan is an ability that reveals enemies and provides you with crucial information about them. Execute allows you to finish off injured enemies, significantly raising the chances of obtaining more components from them to craft fear antidotes. Neutralize radiation enables you to decontaminate the radioactive areas surrounding enemy corpses, granting you the freedom to loot them without any risk. The flying drone also has the capacity to throw different types of grenades with different effects upon your enemies. Additionally, it can also help you illuminate dark areas with a flashlight or a radial light. If your character is in bad condition, health and armor stations will help you keep your character alive. Respawn stations are the equivalent of bonfires in Souls-like games. Players will need to find them in order to respawn after getting injured. If a player is injured during a match, this station can deploy a playable robot character with limited functions to allow you to try to recover your wounded character. If you are not able to recover him before the end of the match, one random survivor will automatically be sacrificed in his place. One of the main reasons this project began was to bring a survival horror experience that could be enjoyed in co-op mode, whether it is online or split screen. In the world of Borealis Descent, no human is allowed to kill another by a sacred rule that has helped their civilization flourish for hundreds of years. When playing online, you will be able to invade other player sessions. In contrast to the PvP mechanics of other extraction shooters, you will only be allowed to injure other players without killing them in order to steal their loot. A revenge system will grant a special bonus to the injured players so that they can track their aggressors and take revenge on them. Additionally, a karma system will affect the players in different ways depending on their interactions with others. Whether they decide to collaborate or antagonize other players online, their actions will carry permanent consequences on their communities. As a gamer, the atmosphere and environment design has always been something that has drawn me to spend countless hours inside a game. This is the reason why I will put extra attention and emphasis on crafting a world that is so interesting and unique that despite the hard difficulty of its core mechanics, you will always want to know more about. The different maps in the world of Borealis Descent will be built with this objective in mind. Through fictional sci-fi locations of an abandoned solarpunk civilization, the maps will be focused more on a vertical layout rather than a large open-world landscape. With this in mind, the ruins of the civilization will be covered in flora from different ecosystems, from streets covered in jungle and rainforest vegetation to buildings completely underwater. I will design a world that feels dangerous, abandoned, and mysterious, and yet aesthetically rich and beautiful. The maps will be designed to force you into close-quarter combat situations, with a maze-like environment that will push you to take a more tactical approach while facing your enemies. The main landmarks and points of interest will be designed by hand with the purpose of avoiding the generic aesthetics that procedural generation tools many times create, although these tools will be used at runtime to change the location of certain objects in the map to create unique combat situations. With your support, I will be able to rework the current game prototype with polished and scalable systems for future modifications and improvements. I will be able to add new features that have not been completed yet. The concept of this game is ambitious, and it will require a lot of time and dedication to be fully developed. In the Phase 1, I will release a free public demo that will include one example map, In the Phase 2, I will release a free version of the public demo with even more content and a closer look and feel to the final concept. In the Phase 3, the game will be published as an early access game to be able to receive the feedback necessary to prepare the game to be fully released as a commercial product. The Phase 4 will be the full release of the single player experience in different platforms like Steam and the Epic Store.